What up, guys? Wanted to jump on the low snap here today, talking about how Zach Smith is going after Tom Herman on Twitter. If you haven't checked that out, I would advise. But it's basically Zach Smith, former Ohio State wide receivers coach who was fired with the whole Urban Meyer domestic abuse accusation, whole Ohio State thing this summer. Zach Smith was fired from it. It was originally found out that Tom Herman, just recently found out that Tom Herman was kind of the informant that got the whole thing rolling with Brett McMurphy. Actually got Courtney Smith, Zach Smith's ex-wife, in contact with him. And Zach Smith basically just went all out, calling Tom Herman a liar, a garbage human being, but he actually backed it up, saying, he hits the bottle pretty hard, and he actually has been cheating on his wife, and his wife's been unhappy trying to leave the marriage for 6 years. But it's like this dude calling out him cheating, specifically with an Iowa State recruiter who was female. I want to just make that clear. And then with a masseuse, and it's like, dude, you're getting into some big things here, and him even texting, a text showing him telling Tom Herman, hey, I'm gonna do this. And I don't want to put too much emphasis on the text, because Brett McMurphy showed some texts that had no timestamps or anything like that, no numbers to prove it, and I was pretty critical of those, so I'm gonna stay consistent on that front and say, I don't want to put that out. And if this is all true, I think this puts Tom Herman in a bind, because those Rigrants at Texas, they aren't going to put up with that at their board, and it definitely hurts the recruiting trail. Like Zach Smith said, you go into a coach's home, like Texas, they getting big time recruits. Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley, really good program. You get some guys. What do you say? Would you rather your son go to a team where the coach drinks a lot, cheats on his wife, is immoral about that? You want your son around those type of dudes? No, nothing illegal, certainly, but still frowned upon. So Zach Smith going wild at Twitter, and I have to say, learning about all this domestic abuse things, I went really hard after Zach Smith. I went hard after his coaching. Really, I made some wrong accusations. I really hope all this, comes out well. Wishing the dude the best. I think he got a raw deal. Tell me what you think in the comments. But this news about Tom Herman is wild. Dude I never really liked. Dude I think is a real jerk now, certainly. It's just awful. But Zach Smith going wild on Tom Herman.